Okay, we are rolling. Okay. Hello there. This is so hard. Okay, so Lewis, Emily, can you describe where the project is currently at?
I think it's good to have rehearsal just to get used to each other, because obviously you want the chemistry to look good on camera. But this rehearsal in specific was, I think it flowed well.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from both of them, about my character and your character. Yeah, it was good.
I think what drew me the most was sort of the writing and the subtlety and a lot of subtext, and also kind of like the opportunity to kind of decide a lot and make a lot of choices. I think it can be quite challenging, but also quite exciting to get to make a lot of decisions. A lot of the things, especially with the character, I feel like I relate to, and it's always really fun to be able to bring in a lot of my personal experience, but then also sort of take away a lot of myself and a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I think it gives a lot of that for me, so I'm very excited.
Sometimes when I see scripts, especially on like Mandy and stuff, now I'm like, it doesn't make sense, like
Yeah.
no one talks like that, or,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Yeah.
it just throws me off, and I get put off it.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
Yeah.
But this
same.
one I was like, okay. And a lot, especially with argument scenes, a lot of argument scenes seem forced. But with my audition, I was like, I can do this. It flows well. And I thought, yeah. And when it's like that, I know that the people behind it are taking it seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was like the base level of why I was attracted to it. Did you think that it would work when you put us two together? Or
Me, thanks Matt. Did I think that it could work? This is gonna sound really egotistical, but it's not, I promise. I knew that you two would work, if that makes sense. Other people didn't agree with me. There was a lot of cast. There was a lot of people that we choose between, and it was quite a bold thing for us to bring in just 2 people for one day. We paired you up with lots of other different Irises, paired you up with lots of different Leons, but I think once we did the Zoom calls, that's what locked it in for me in terms of you two kind of matched each other in terms of intensity when approaching this project, but also in terms of respecting it in a way where you both had something that you wanted to say about the project, but you also wanted to listen to it as well. So we knew that you both could easily work with many people, but we thought that, you know, you two would work the best together. There was whole kind of ups and downs in terms of scheduling, some people not being able to make it. The first time we tried to get you in, you like became ill. How it happened, we didn't like fully decide, oh, we're just having 2 people in today. It was kind of like, that's what we can do today. So when stuff like that lines up, me personally, yeah. Okay, enough of me. Enough of me.
Because it's like, how do you know? You know? Because that was also the first time we met you.
Yeah.
So I think there's something magical there.
Lewis reached out to me with the script and I took a read of it, and it made a lot of sense in my head. I could see very visually how the scenes were going to look, so that was very promising from the start. And then after chatting with Lewis and Emily for a while, just kind of getting an idea of how the project would be, I was very interested and definitely wanted to get on board. And especially as we're going outside and we're doing more sort of run and gun shooting out in the streets, I think it's going to be a lot more fun. And I think that's going to come out a lot with the way that we're shooting. So we're going to be on the shoulder, and it's just going to kind of reflect the way that they're walking around, they're having their interactions. It's a lot more human the way that the camera movements are, rather than something that is a lot more kind of artificial, like having dollies and having, you know, big camera rigs that move around. You know, we're not shooting like a Marvel film here. It's not supposed to have that spectacle to it. It's not an epic, but it's very much more grounded, more social reels.
Should we switch it up and do a blue carpet?
Yeah, we should, to be fair.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I was just joking.
Which one? Peck and Plex?
Yeah. What? Is that what we're gonna do? Peck and
No, I'm
flex?
joking.
Good. It's always good when you walk into a room and the person you're working with shares like good energy. You know?
Yeah.
Just makes it flow. And I guess that's probably why the rehearsal seemed easy.
Yeah.
Because once energy flows, I feel like I've known this guy for a while. Yeah, like as man them, we find it difficult to share, innit?
Yeah.
We find it difficult to share, we find it difficult to be vulnerable in that way. So I think that spoke out to me because obviously I feel like everyone's been through a similar scenario like that. So it's nice to see that filmed and to see that guys can be vulnerable with each other and it can be accepted. So yeah, that spoke to me because growing up in the slums, you can't really be like, yeah, man, sad. You can't say that. So it's a good subject matter, I think. Even though it's subtle and it's small, it is important.
Yeah, because it's very rare for like me and my boys. We hardly ever talk about real shit like
Nah, you can't.
and break down like that.
Somebody will rip you. Somebody will be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. You mentioned a girl like people say, oh, it's just a girl, like it's not that deep, But I think it's important for people to see that it is actually important to talk about that because sometimes it can weigh on your mind and it can affect your whole. Like I feel like your character Lucas is probably bottling that all in and not talking about.
For sure.
So I feel like people do that, and it's good to put it on the screen to see whatever it is on screen. I feel like it would just work.
Yeah.
Just from this rehearsal itself, and it's been like that with everybody I've done rehearsals with. It's been very easy and very like you did well with your casting. So I feel like it's been seamless.
And that's what I think it's a rare thing as well. It doesn't. People say that happens all the time, but it doesn't happen all the time. So it's rare that you come into a room and you feel the energy's nice and you just flow.
This is the first time we met today as well, and I feel like we had like some little chats as well. So I feel like the connection on screen is there. I feel like she's my auntie for real.
I feel like this has been there.
So yeah, no, it's been a good rehearsal. We're going through all the scenes, and I think we're ready for filming next week, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. Having lost family members recently as well, I can understand that kind of grief and where it's coming from and the different ways that it can make you behave, you know, because it's like you're just kind of out of sorts a bit. You're not really yourself, especially in times like that. So, yeah, and emotions do come up a lot easier, like with him meeting the girl and then, you know, the little altercation happening and kind of breaks the ice or breaks that coldness that seemed to be there from the beginning. Yeah.
I saw the script and I was like, I like the script, it's written well. Just the way it was just written, I thought the people who are involved, they really care about this project and those are the types of things I want to be a part of, so that's what drew me in.
Yeah, much the same. I mean, I play a lot of mum and auntie roles and grandma roles as well. And I saw this one and it literally said, Jamaica. And I'm like, that's easy. I read the storyline and I thought, okay, this is interesting, something different, you know. So yeah.
You guys are allowed to say something bad about the project as well.
I don't
find anything bad about it.
Just the director, really.
I think the main thing for me was like how much subtext there was to it. Like you have a really good craft at like making something so simple but with so much meaning. And I think it was your last project as well. Uncle Jay had like a similar approach as well. But I really like poetic narratives and stuff that have a lot of meaning. And like this script epitomizes that kind of approach. So yeah, I think that was the main thing for me.
Oh, didn't see you there. Monkea's production designer, you know, Oscar Way. It's very much hands down. I'm very more like artistic, so the way I usually do it, right, is I have to visually see it. So I'll scope out the area, and then take pictures. Then I usually 3D model it, and then for 3D modeling, I put it into Photoshop, and that's how I get my ideas all flowing through. But yeah, it's a bit of me. Yeah. I remember Lewis coming to me, and then I read the script, and I felt a good connection with the story, so I feel like I could do some justice here, so that's why I went. Yeah.
How did you find the whole, you know, the lovely little scene in the living room and that whole setup?
Oh, you guys haven't seen it yet, but that is the colours, everything. Nah, yeah, that's a really brilliant scene. I actually can't wait to see that.
It's a love story, and it does kind of follow the ups and downs that a relationship has, and I think kind of stories like this are incredibly pure in really kind of showing human connection and human relationships. Because I mean, a story like this is infinitely relatable, and I think a lot of people, regardless of whether or not they share the same culture as these characters, would heavily relate to the themes and the messages going on throughout the film.
Yeah, it's been pretty smooth sailing. It's been
nice.
Yeah, it's been chill. We've had a good time, haven't we? Had a good laugh. Yeah, no, it's been good. We've got to know the other crew and whatever. Yeah, some great people. Our sound guy over there, lovely man. Absolute big G.
Absolute
Yeah, get there. Yes,
So this is the Leica M4. This was manufactured in 1968, and this is the Leica 28mm f2 Summicron spherical. It's not digital, it's all film, no electronics whatsoever. You know, I've known like Lewis and like about Lewis's work for a while, and like I know he's the guy. So I trusted him that like the shoot would like go perfectly, and you know, from what I've seen, it pretty much has.
Best BTS photographer right there. Alright.
I've enjoyed it. I honestly have, and it's and I'd be happy to film. I would love to film with you again on a different film, different characters, whatever. It'd be nice, yeah.
Keep dreams.
Yeah, that was my next question. Would you two work together again on a project?
Never.
Well, it depends how it goes next week. But yeah. So yeah.
No.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just been great working with Warwick and Nina. They're fantastic, and Lewis is doing a great job of directing them. So it looks fantastic. Getting the shots looking awesome, so that it pays off for Lewis's amazing script. And Emily, of course, is holding it all together. The super glue holding it together. You're making sure everything can happen. So yeah, it's going well. Really proud of my team. Well, guys, do you have any final words for me? Anything you'd like to say?
Hire Emily Broadway.
Hire Lewis Wynn and Matt Down.
For hire Matt Down.
Incredible
Hire,
cinematographer.
follow the like, share, comment, follow Warwick Simon, follow Nina, follow us on Instagram. Send us your CV if you want. No, hire Emily Broadway.
And don't forget, if you still want to get involved.
On top of his game, everyone's been on top of their game. It's been a great shoot, and I'll see you guys for drinks and food soon. And yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, Lewis. Well done, Lewis.
Well done, Lewis. Guy.
Wait,
Oh,
sorry.
I'll do it. Matthew.
I'm not running into you.
Alright.
That's a wrap.
That actually looked quite cool.
Wow.
that was cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah.